I think we need to move on to Sunday's game, in which we are looking at the Adelaide Crows taking on the Melbourne Demons at the Adelaide Oval. Doesn't really matter where this game's getting played, fellas, because let's be real, it's going to be a one-way ticket to Pound Town.
And it's not going to be a repeat of the last time these two teams played. We had our miracle on grass.
Yeah, Crows played their grand final against Port.
I think so, and lost it.
And it would be one of the worst grand finals I've ever seen in terms of skill level. But it was a grand final, right? Their midfield is looking good. Big baby Shaughers.
Emerging.
He's rising.
Yes. Big toddler Shaughers now, growing up.
Taking off. The Crows' forward line is more limp than a...
Jeepers creepers. Maybe you enjoy that sort of thing. We don't know. We don't want to know.
But it is, though.
Indeed.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
And look, we all think that Tom Lynch probably is not right to be earning a contract next year. Neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Rich.
Not going to change much.
I'd personally be on the same bandwagon of sending him off. See you later. But there isn't really a lot.
Don't have anyone.
There isn't really a lot in that forward line to fall back on.
No, I wouldn't have thought.
Without Tex, I mean, that means next year, realistically, you're looking at going into the year with Fogarty, Himmelberg, and Thilthorpe as your main options.
And what's McAdam doing? What's going on?
He's gone.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about McAdam.
No. So, look, I mean, Crows are in a predicament. They're heading into next year in a predicament, and this game is going to be...
that leaves Lockie Murphy as their on-field leader in that forward line.
It's good, isn't it?
That says a lot to you. I mean, there's genuinely...
I like Lockie Murphy, but that's not a good role to be.
We all love Lockie Murphy.
I'm sorry, there's just not much to say about this game. A few more performances like that from last week, maybe the Crows wouldn't be 17th right now, but it doesn't matter.
I'm glad they are, though. We get another high pick and...
even if they had, it doesn't matter. Coming into this game, Melbourne looked great against the Eagles. The Crows looked tired. After the last week or two, they're going to be mentally just beaten to hell and understand. They were playing with, it was that us against the world, so let's all band together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like hunkering down and lashing back out against Port. And you knew some sort of a fight was coming. They're now going to be tired and mentally just drained as hell this week. And no Riley O'Brien, so Gawn is going to have a feast. That's going to be the end of that.
Not Kieran.
No, yeah, Kieran Strawn's back. He's
Feasting,
back.
baby, against...
against Ronald McDonald, literally.
Yeah, who's he facing again? I feel like the ruckman he's facing is quite good.
Max Gawn.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
For mine, I think possibly best in the league currently.
Oh. I don't think that's going to be good, Des.
What was he, like, minus how many metres gained? It was like minus, like... He was already on the minus. Oh. Because who did Strawn? Strawn played... He played Goldstein.
Yeah.
And then he went and he played... Who's the injured Gold Coast ruckman? Witts. He played Goldstein. He played Witts before Witts was dead. Like in form, like because it was in 2020. Yep. They were the two games that he played. That's tough. That is tough. And now he's got to play Gawn.
It's a rough 3-game trial.
He's got 3 out of the top 5 ruckmen in form in 2021.
There's a good chance Riley O'Brien doesn't play round 23. Who the Crows got?
I wouldn't have thought.
He's got Goldstein
again.
Goldie
again.
Oh no, poor bloke. He's been playing well in the SANFL as well. He's getting a rough stick.
So if you're a Crows fan, you've got a lot to be angry about this week. It's the angry cast.
You can't be mad, Crows fans. You can't be mad.
If you're Melbourne, you'd be mad if you lose again.
Yeah, absolutely. But mad is a serious understatement.
You just can't.
Melbourne 40 plus for me.
And before we move on, Melbourne, people might say, West Coast were chipping back against Melbourne. Melbourne were on the plane the second that lightning struck. They were on the plane. You watched the last 2 minutes of that game. The bus was parked.
It was.
The bus was, and I'll tell you something about buses because I am a bus, and I am relatives with the bus family. And Melbourne said, "Hey, Des, what's going on?" And they parked that bus. That bus was parked.
Who rang you?
Mildred Bus.
Mildred Bus.
Aunt Mildred.
You are a clod of a man. All right, let's talk bets. Now this one's going to be pretty straightforward. I feel. Let's talk. Yeah, you're
anyone on Melbourne to do anything. Money.
Any type of Melbourne goal. Andrew McPherson to get 15 plus purely because I bought his training Guernsey from 2020.
That's not a flex.
Big flex. Yeah.
That's not a flex. Petraka 30 plus easy.
That's a flex.
Oliver 30 plus easy. Harms 20 plus easy. Stephen May 20 plus easy. Schonberg, I'm all in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm chips in on Shoners.
Sure. Yeah.
20 plus for the big Shon, and I think Petraka will treat himself to a little goal just because he can, because he's worth it. Because just enjoy.
If anyone has a player edition Schonberg Guernsey, message me.
Go and buy one, you scab. All right, let's move on to the Sunday game.
Get me one while you're there, actually.
A pair of scabs.
Get around it.
You disgust me. All right, Sunday.
I'll buy one off someone.
I'm going to punch you out, you clown.